Hi, this time a video about a rather nice panel light. Hi, thanks for dropping into my channel, and if you like it, please consider subscribing. Now I'm looking at this panel light I've just had sent to me by Neewer, and I'd like to thank them very much for sending it to me to have a look at. It's a nice compact unit, as you can see, so that makes it pretty portable. It's mostly built in metal, which is good, except for the back panel, and it can take 2 batteries, and you know you can choose your batteries. They don't come with the unit unless you buy a kit, but at the moment I've got 2 small batteries, but there's nothing to stop you putting a couple of real great big bombs on the back there to make it go for a long time, which means you can take this thing out portable. You can plug it into the mains if you want to. It's a great looking unit, easily adjusted, and you can buy it as a single light as I have here, or as a double light. You can buy it with stands if you want to as a kit. You can buy it with stands as a kit with batteries, or as I say, buy your own batteries. It's a great little kit to have in your bag for portable use. Fantastic. So the choice is yours as to how high up the ladder you want to go, whether you want 2, 3, 4 lights in a kit, whether you want batteries and stands to come with it. The choice is entirely yours. And the nice thing is it has this lovely diffuser on the front, which is held in by these clips. And undo it, you can just basically slide the diffuser out, so it gives a nice soft light. If you'd like to have a little bit more control over your lights, there are 4 screw holes here, and for those holes what you do is you can buy some barn doors which will attach via these screw holes, and you've got a little bit more control over the way that it floods out to the edges, which is quite nice. Now it has 480 LEDs, which probably doesn't sound a lot to some people, but there are 480, and because the unit is slightly bigger than those little portable units you get, the light is spread out a bit more evenly. But the nice thing about this as well is you can adjust the colour temperature on the back by via 2 adjustment knobs here. Now these 2 adjustment knobs, one adjusts the white LEDs and one adjusts the yellow LEDs, which means in actual fact you have 240 white LEDs, 240 yellow LEDs, and you mix them together. So to get full power you basically would need to mix the 2 together and put yellow and white on. It actually works very well though. Now, I'm going to turn this on, but at very low level, so there we are. That's just the white LEDs being turned on there at low level. If I turn that off, this is just the yellow LEDs being turned on. And of course, if I get the other switch here, I can mix the 2 together and turn them whiter or yellow. And I can see on the screen that it starts to look a bit brighter. It's pretty bright though. Although it's 480 LEDs, they're pretty spread out, which gives a soft light, but it's bright. Now this light is designed to be sat on top of a stand of some sort. So you get the stand and you plonk it on the top and then tighten it down via the adjustment screw there. So that can be put onto a stand, and it swivels up and down like this, so you've got full movement there, and you just adjust it via these lovely brass knobs on the side, and that pretty much locks it. Of course, it's so small as well that if you do want a soft light portable, there's nothing really to stop you fixing it in a position where you hold it like that, and you can film with the other hand if you really want a softer light. So you can really use this portable if you want to get a nice soft light on your subject rather than the slightly harder light of the smaller lights. And this gives you great control, as I'll show you later. I've now got the yellow light coming on. Yes, that's the yellow light, and it's going up to, that's the full blast on yellow light. So if I turn that down, this is the white light, full blast of a white light. Sorry if I'm a bit bleached out, I'll probably look a bit pale now, but the thing is you can mix the yellow and the white and you get that effect. That's full white and full yellow. It's very bright, so I'm trying not to look directly into it, but the nice thing is the control that you have over the quality of the light and how much you have is there. And obviously you can take the diffuser off, and with the diffuser off it's going to be a little bit brighter. So now I've taken the diffuser off, and this is very bright. Let's go back to 0. So here we have, now with the diffuser off, that's the white light at full whack. Is that the white light? No, sorry, that was the yellow light. So that's the yellow light. I can't see it too well because it's so bright. That's the yellow light at full whack. And if I turn the other one, that's the white light at full whack with the diffuser off and full whack with both on. Now that is incredibly bright, and it's making me squint. I mean, if you're going to use this outside and you're going to take the diffuser off, your subject's going to be squinting because it's so bright. So that's a pretty bright light. It's 480 LEDs, 240 white, 240 yellow, but still pretty bright. What I really do like as well though is you can change these batteries for something really good, and it'll last a long time on the move. This is a great feature really. It really will go for a long time and can be taken out with no wires. The clip mechanism itself is pretty crude affair. It's just a little switch there, a little push thing, and you basically push it down, and then that frees up the diffuser to come out. And then when you put the diffuser back, you just pull it out again, and it's held there. Although this light takes 2 batteries on the back, it can either take, as I said, these little batteries if you want, or these great honkers, which are fairly huge, but there you go. It will also work on 1 battery. So I've got it upside down at the moment. If I switch this unit on, I've got 1 battery in the back, and as you can see, it still works. So it will work from 1 battery, or if you want, it'll work from 2 batteries just by clipping it in. What I found interesting is that this doesn't have anything to hold the battery in place, so it literally comes out like that. But at least to get this battery out, you do need to push it upwards, and it's held that it can't slip downwards. So you can put 2 small ones in, 1 small one in if you want. You can have, says he, 1 large one, or for those times when you want to be filming all day and you need a lot of light, 2 large ones, and you don't need even to plug it into the mains. I think that's fantastic. Makes it heavier, but you've got light all day on battery. Just to show you how even this light looks when it's shining onto a blank wall, there's a photo of me, my wife and my daughter a few years ago in Disney in Florida, and it's not being lit other than by the window at the moment. So there you are. I've got the curtains across. If I turn the white light on, hopefully it brightens up, and if I now turn on the yellow with it, it brightens up a bit more, but you can see it's not showing any sort of hot spots, any white hot spots or dark spots. Now, just to demonstrate what you can do with a light like this literally took me a couple of minutes to set up. I've got no leads, nothing plugged into the mains. It's just going to be working on battery, and I've come out at dusk. The light is fading, and it's really quite bad, as you can probably see. It's not particularly well lit up. If I had 2 of these, I think ideally I would light up the background as well, but I've only got 1 here at the moment, so I'm going to use just 1 light to light me up and use it as the main light. So you can see what the overall lighting looks like now, and it's pretty overcast. Now, by switching on this light, makes me stand out perhaps a little bit better in the picture. So now what I've done is I've put a light on. Now that light has now become my main light, and I'm using the rather dull light of the day as my fill-in light. So hopefully that improves the picture, and I've still retained a little bit of the green behind me here. And this is in seriously bad conditions. Normally the kind of conditions I wouldn't take pictures in. In fact, this light, because it's so portable, makes this kind of picture really possible, and it makes your camera usable perhaps in a situation where you wouldn't want to use it normally. I'm now outdoors at night time, and I'm using just the light as a single source. You can see everything behind me is black. There's nothing to be seen out here. We have no street lights going on here. It's dead dark, and I've set the light up. It's about, I would say, 6 feet away from me out here, and I've set it on about, not even, I don't think it's even up to half brightness, and at this distance, about, I would say, yes, it's about 6 feet, same distance as the camera. The light is lighting me up perfectly well. So if I stand away, you'll be able to see the tree, the little tree behind me, and I can brighten it up a bit just by turning up the brightness on my... Okay, so now what I've done now is I've turned the brightness up on my light, and you can see that's now lighting up the tree nicely. So it's a soft light, but also it's pretty powerful. Now, to demonstrate the power of this light, I'm now about 40 feet away. I'm down in the pitch black in the garden. The neighbours must think I'm absolutely mental, but I'm walking towards the camera. I'd say I'm now about 30 feet, and it's lighting me up. So in conclusion, the light retails at $59.49 for a single light like this. This one doesn't come with a frame, it comes in a lovely bag, and it packs away very quickly. It's quick to get up and down. It's very convenient to use. The spread of light is smoother, I think, than the smaller lights that you can buy. So I think in that respect, it's a great light to use because of its ease of use, either handheld if you want to hold it yourself and film. I'd rather hold it with this hand, I think, and film with this hand. You can actually hold it if you want like this, put it on a stand and adjust it. With 2 of these lights, you've got a great setup. With 3 lights, you've got a terrific setup because you've got your main, your fill, and a light in the background, or a hair light if you want it. So it's a really nice setup, very convenient to use and really quick to set up. The shots that I took outside in the night time and at dusk, I set them up literally in a couple of minutes. In fact, it took longer, I think, to set the camera up than it did the light. So to finish, I've put my glasses on. I'm going to read you just something that I've written down about this light that I think makes it quite useful. I put that it's a great light for portable use as well as studio or in the house. It will light up a room quite nicely, actually. It works from both the mains and from battery power, and you've got the opportunity to put 2 of these monsters on, and with these 2 monsters it'll go for a long time, so you don't have to worry about power. So I think it's absolutely ideal for YouTube people because it's easily set up, quick to do, and it's not too expensive to buy. Dead easy to carry around in that case, and literally 1 minute to set up. Honestly, to set up is dead easy. You can stand it on a table or you can put it on a stand, doesn't matter. It works really, really well. The instant kick that it gives your picture is noticeable, and it's well worth it. So I would say for £59, one of these lights for a YouTuber is a fantastic buy because it will improve the look of your video just by getting some light into the picture. It's a great light to use, and I've really enjoyed using it. I'd like to thank Neewer for sending me one to have a look at. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing, and hope to see you next time. Cheers for now.